Welcome back.
We're ready. We're ready.
Check these out.
We're ready for the road.
We have a truck on the road.
Hey.
We have a truck on the road. Lord,
I tell you how it.
He's known as the Viking of Soca.
We're ready for the road.
But we would like to call him the Fresh Prince, as the Ready for the Road singer is widely credited for a strong resurgence of soca here in Jamaica right now, after years of decline. And the same can be said, I believe, for many other markets. One of his first post-Trinidad Carnival projects is a collaboration with Mr Skatech, the one known in reggae as Richie Stephens.
Bunji Garlin, in the Hall of Fame, Richie Stephens, in the Hall of Fame, Trinidad.
Bunji Garlin is gracing our stage right now with that collaboration and so much more. Right now, right here on stage. Bunji, finally, sir.
yes sir, yes sir.
Sitting with us right here in Kingston, Jamaica on our set. What a pleasure it is to have you, sir.
Give thanks.
First of all, talk a little bit for me about Trinidad's Carnival.
Well,
15.
it was, I think every year, it's just an increase in vibe, increase in energy. Obviously, increase in numbers in terms of the people that attend from around the world, because every new person that comes, of course, they will go back to their respective places and tell friends or tell family. And they come back by the 10s and the 20s and the 50s.
The Carnival in Trinidad is still growing.
Yeah, it is constant growth. It is constant growth.
Constant, because there was no slowing down of Carnival at all, no stagnancy in it at all.
No.
Or what?
Well,
Or what?
there was this one time, and this was really years ago, and it was with the influx of the ring bang music from Barbados. Their genre of soca at that time was called ring bang music, and all the biggest songs that year came from Barbados.
Okay.
Right? So
That is what they call the Bajan invasion.
that was the time they called it the Bajan invasion, and that was the only time that there was a
A lull in Trinidad's output
right?
in Carnival.
Yeah.
Okay. We're calling you the Fresh Prince of Soca. Do you accept that title, by the way?
Well, I need to know what is the reason of that name first before I accept. It
Okay.
sounds good though.
We believe that there's a
Yeah.
resurgence of the music in Jamaica for sure.
Right.
In the last 3-4 years we've seen now.
Right.
Right this minute as we speak, we're hearing more soca events being promoted
Yeah.
than any other type of events.
Right.
Coming up for the Easter season.
Easter season, yeah.
So, and this trend started last year. I mean, the events are back.
Right.
More people are going out to soca events. More soca music
It's been played.
is being played on here now
Yeah.
in Jamaica. So, and there's no playlist without you, and you're heading these playlists, Bunji,
Right.
as far as I know. So,
Well, I
that
accept.
is the,
I accept,
the background to
I
that.
I accept.
Okay, so all right. So isn't that the same for other places, as far as soca is concerned?
Yes. It has happened for the last year, or the last 2 years, in fact, all over the different territories around the world where soca has prominence, and even more so into the mainstream market last year.
Yes.
Especially the US markets, the UK markets too, but especially the US markets. The prime stations like the Hot 97, Power 105, NPR, the Z100s, all that, of course, they play the music. Normally what would happen on stations like Hot 97, Power 105,
Yes.
and all the soca will be played coming and closer to Labor Day, as part of the celebration. Hey, get excited, there's Labor Day coming. But you had this happening throughout the year. Normal times of the day, when you're driving to work, when you're driving home from work, there's a soca track, there's 2 soca tracks, there are 3 soca tracks playing on mainstream radio, right? So it was a good look. And right, in the same vein, Fair and Lions as well, she has a song called Catch Me that has that flavor, that cross, that started playing right at the same time. So, it wasn't just one, it was 2. So it was like double team happening.
Yeah, because we would like to see a presence,
Yeah.
a sustained presence of the music in mainstream.
Yeah.
That's when it's really now turning the corner and will take its rightful place.
Yeah.
In the space. But you've been in this game, Bunji, for years, from
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
1999, right?
Yeah.
So what do you attribute this new surge in your career too?
Well, first of all, one of the main things, and you know, I must say, I think I've been blessed to have not only as a friend on stage, an artist to work with on stage,
yes,
but also to be blessed to call her my wife, which is Fair and Lions, because we see things in a way that many other people don't see. So I will see something that to this distance, and she will see beyond that and say, hey, you know, we should try to do this, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this.
Okay.
And we'll take time and nurture what we should do, where it should go, what it should sound like. And then I and myself, before I started singing soca, I was adapting my style to all different genres of music from around the world. The same goes for Fair and Lions as well. So we have this ability to somewhat find symbiosis
Yes.
with wherever we may go, whatever we may encounter, and make it work and make it sound like a part of what we do, and we sound like a part of what it should sound like,
Okay.
or what we imagine it sound like. And it just creates this whole new vibe, this whole new atmosphere.
Right now the world place. Turn up, turn on up, 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 turn up.
And then with the new movement of social media, the musical platforms being kind of level now across the world,
Yeah.
it is easy now to do variations of music and find acceptance, and it will work. The way I do my soca, I can remember coming to Jamaica in 1999, 2000, and it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. But now, you know, boom shot.
No, your story is one that many artists ought to examine
Yeah.
because you've been at it for quite some years.
Yeah.
And when we say being, you were always recognized and as being unique, an
Yeah.
artist with your raga soca.
Yeah.
Your early
Yeah.
years were the raga soca label.
Yeah.
They branded you as a raga soca artist
Yeah.
then. But we were hearing you, and,
Yeah.
I mean, anybody in the Caribbean could not resist your sound. But
Right.
we're focusing now. We're talking about your international surge after so many years
Yeah.
as an artist in the Caribbean, and
Yeah.
and I think young artists in all our territories should
Yeah.
look at that and know that they should continue to do their work.
Yes,
believe
yes.
in themselves.
Yeah.
I hear you saying,
Yeah.
and take risk.
Yeah, must.
And be open as an artist because you have fused music a
Yeah.
lot, and you have received, from what I understand, some pushback for that. For your
many
fusion of
occasions.
music.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, it is still evident now, but I am stronger now.
Yes.
So as much as I'm being pushed, I will push back. And I think my pushing back is just stronger than they pushing me.
Yes.
You know, so but just as you said, everyone, you must take risks. Naturally, you're in music. Being in music is taking a risk anyway. It's not a normal 9 to 5 you have. You're not guaranteed to have a hit. You're not guaranteed to make money off of this. But you take the risk, you keep going at it as much as you could,
Yes.
and you do it for all the right reasons, and it will work. Because if you get into this music business because you think you could get 10 girls, 20 girls, I mean, that is automatic. Ladies always are part of the industry. For the ladies, for the female artists, men are a part of the industry. Money is a part of the industry. Bling is a part of the industry. Vanity is already part of the industry. So there's no need to come with the purpose of gaining vanity. You do this because you feel something could be contributed from you to the art. You
Yes.
feel you could learn something from the art to develop yourself. You feel you have substance, and you feel you could provide substance. And it helps the whole circle to grow into a bigger circle.
So it comes down to hard work, Bunji.
Naturally.
But to what extent, though, you're married to an artist? Is that a disadvantage or an advantage?
It is a disadvantage for who wants it to be a disadvantage.
Yes.
It is an advantage for me because she's a dynamic performer. She's a prolific songwriter. In fact, she writes faster than me. To be in the same environment with someone that works that fast and is that eloquent when it comes to
Yes.
music, the only thing it could do is two things. It could either crush you or encourage you. If you're on the look for constant growth, naturally encouragement is the road you will take.
Yes.
So she always encouraged me by when she do something, I want to better that. And when I do it, she'll be like, I have to better that. So we constantly keep going like this. And that is the advantage we have.
Well, the success speaks for itself
Yeah.
where that is concerned. Bunji, what? So this project now with you've done a lot of collabs, you
Yeah.
know, with all kinds of artists, and as we discussed, you fuse music a lot.
Yeah.
You're very open as an artist, very liberal with
Yeah.
your art, and I think artists of all stripes should be artists and
Yeah.
not too political.
Yeah.
And you are now, you've just finished the project with Mr Skatech, we call him, the brethren Richie
Yeah.
Stephens. Talk about that. How did that come about?
Well, I met Richie Stephens probably like 16, 17 years ago, if I'm correct, at a festival in Chicago. Myself, Calypso Rose were the only two Trinidadian acts on the show. Something was happening with the sound system, and I remember to make up time while they fix it, I just started freestyling, and Richie Stephens was somewhere in the crowd. And when I finished performing, you know, I got loud response, mad forward, and Richie came to the side and was like, "Brethren, you're mad.
Yeah.
You're bad." You know, and he went on and he said, you know, you remind me so much of this artist, blah, 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 blah. And we just had a little vibe there. And everywhere we meet around the world since then, we always, you know, like, yo, good to see you, good vibe. Remember when, and remember this. And in the future, we should. And the day came that Richie's, you know, he said, yo, I have this project I would like you on. And, I mean, the kind of individual Richie Stephens is not a person you say no to when you get an invitation like that. Then. And he was like, I have this project that it is important, it is fresh, it is a new merge. And from the moment I heard new and merge, I was like, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Those are your words,
Yeah,
Bunji,
yeah.
for sure. Your whole
Yeah,
career
yeah.
is about that. I love that.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard it really properly yet.
Right.
I've listened to it once.
Right.
And it's good.
Yeah.
It's a great song. And we're gonna, no rush, because we're gonna be hearing it right here on stage live. The whole world will get a chance to share this record, Skatech. And that's a question people are asking now about that. What's that?
Well, from his explanation to me, what Skatech is basically the fusion of ska and EDM or techno,
Yes.
all the electronic sounds. And it's a natural fit, because here you have one side of the music moving at the half beat and the other side moving at the double beat at the
Yes.
same tempo of what soca would be.
Yes.
So it's a natural fit. It's just like a mirror fit on a half and a whole and just click.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for you going on this track, this
Yeah.
beat was like,
Yeah. Clock.
you didn't have to turn down anything to do
No.
this.
Everything was right up. Turn the volume way up loud.
Okay. All right, Bunji. So we'll be hearing from you later in our
Yeah.
extra, performing this track for us and whatever else you want to do right here on stage, because it's not often that we get to talk to you. And we've always wanted to sit and have a one-on-one with you
Yeah.
right here on stage. All right. So, but talk a little bit about family for me. Your own family. How big is it?
My wife, myself, our one daughter. Yes, a family of 3.
Okay.
So far.
So she travels with you guys too?
Yeah, she travels with us because we do it on weekends, right? And Faye, of course, she's the curator of the trips.
Yes?
Yeah, when it comes to we go into this place and we go into this place, she will be the person to see like, all right, we could go from here to here, we could take her here because she doesn't have school for these 3 days or these 4 days, and we could skip one extra day and this and that and that and that. Because if left up to me, the whole trip will be in a mess. One will remain in New York, one will be in UK, and I will be somewhere in Africa, right? You know, so she really is really good when it comes to getting the whole thing together. But the traveling as a family is easy. You know, sometimes you see it on TV and it looks so complicated because,
Yes,
you know, because there's all these added influences on the outside that is not necessary. So we don't make accommodation for all the extra influences. When we move as a family, we move as a family, and that is the mission. When we get to work, we get to work. And when we get off from work, back to family. And that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bunji, you must come back here on stage to talk to us.
Will do.
Next time you're in Jamaica for big reasons. You're performing here. You're promoting this Skatech thing with Richie Stephens. And the next time you're here, sir, the stage is yours.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Always.
We're going to damage it.
For those of you leaving us right now, thanks for joining. Do join us again next week for more on stage and in extra. Bunji and more.
Hall of Fame, Bunji Garlin, Richie Stephens, Lanky.
From on to the lane, straight to Hall of Fame.
Let's go!
Hall of Fame knows your name, you're in the game.
Everybody!
Hall of Fame knows your name. You're not the same.
Everybody,
Let me see this. Put your hands up and clap yourself. Put them way up. Never stop yourself. Let them stay up. Be proud of yourself. You've done well. One more time. Put your hands up and clap yourself. Put them way up. Never stop yourself. Let them stay up. Be proud of yourself. You've done well. Viking, take it away.
All of them, let's go all of them. Uptown people in the all of them. Downtown people in the all of them. Them call my name in the all of them. Bunji Garlin. In the all of them, Richie Stephens. In the all of them, look Trinidad.